What's up, everybody? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Matt here with Steve, and we are going to be bringing you guys Day 2, or the 2 set of the Ever OSL 2009 Round of 8, starting with none other than Flash versus Jaedong. This is going to be huge.
Huge game, especially for Jaedong up against the ropes, down 0-1. Everybody wants to see, and can he pull it out? Well, certainly he can. I don't know if he will, though. But Jaedong definitely known as one of the players that can come back in any series, down a game, down 2 games. It doesn't matter. He did it versus Fantasy in a recent OSL to win one of his golds. He's now a golden
his final gold,
winner.
his triple gold.
So, well, his final gold was against, what, Yellow? This last gold.
Yeah, that's right.
So that was easy for him. That was him. But Jaedong looking a lot healthier now, and it looks like Flash is joking around with him, saying, haha, you noob, go ahead and try to cheese me. No, probably not. Flash is usually a pretty courteous player, it seems like. Both players, I mean, at the top players in the game, I'm sure they have a lot of respect for each other. Anyways, so this is going to be the second game. There may be a game 3. This is a best of 3, so Jaedong has to win this game to force a game 3, and this is going to be on Heartbreak Ridge, or a new Heartbreak Ridge.
Yeah. Now, if you remember the last game, as you mentioned, Jaedong looked a little healthier. In the last game, he looked wasted, looked really tired, and we just didn't see Jaedong really playing like Jaedong that game. His Mutalisk went nowhere. He did not do a good job of harassing at all. In fact, that was one of the things that really flashed. Essentially went unharassed the majority of, well, pretty much the entire game, was able to just push out with just a massive Medic Marine force and was able to just completely overwhelm Jaedong. And it was a longer game, and it wasn't, a complete slaughter. It wasn't something where we necessarily knew, wow, everybody's going crazy. It wasn't something we necessarily knew that Flash was going to win. But Jaedong just looked a little sloppier, and we all know that Jaedong, he is S-Class. He needs to bring his S-Class game, so it's good to see him. He looks very focused. Flash just kind of casually waiting for his SCV to build there. Obviously, something you can certainly do as a Terran player in the beginning. And I've noticed a lot of players kind of doing that a little bit more, taking their hands off. I've seen Fantasy do that while he's waiting, getting ready for the crazy mid-game and late-game micro that is going to be coming up here. On Heartbreak Ridge. Now, Heartbreak Ridge, of course, wow, you can hear the crowd reaction there. That is a very, very early SCV. I would be amazed if Flash were to try some cheese here, because I don't even remember the last time I've seen Flash cheese.
Well, it's going to be an 8-Rax at least.
It's an 8-Rax, and it's going to be not a proxy Rax, but a forward Rax to try to pump those Marines out faster.
Yeah, and he did cut probes for a little bit there just to get the 8-Rax down. Definitely he's going to put some pressure on that. What I would think this means is maybe an early bunker rush. Regardless of whether the bunker rush works or not, he's still going to have follow-up. Looks like Jaedong is getting Overlord, so not going to be putting down a pull anytime soon. He's just past 200 minerals now, so it looks like he's going to save up for either a 12 or a 12 hatch. There is a pretty big distance between the two maps, or 2 starting points in Heartbreak Ridge, so typically it's a map where it can be advantageous just to open up with like a 12 hatch, or basically an economic build, because there's such a big distance that usually players don't cheese. And we do see the drone going out there. You can hear the crowd reacting a little bit. So Jaedong is going to be doing 12 hatch. Again, as long as he gets his pull down quick and gets some lings out, I mean, he's probably going to have to use drones. Honestly, it looks like the Overlord is moving up that direction, but probably not going to see that barracks, I don't think, at least not for a while. First Marine's going to be out, so definitely Flash is going to have a Marine and an SCV probably at Jaedong's door, probably putting up a bunker to stop that hatchery. And again, that's not totally game-breaking, but it looks like Jaedong, just now going to get up his pool, so we'll see if he's able to rack. And now he sees the first Marine, so he's going to know that that's a pretty early Marine.
I don't know how Jaedong knew, but Jaedong was actually already sending his Overlord up to that barracks. And again, I don't know how these players are so ghosty, how they have that second sense, the sixth sense, so to speak. Jaedong, if he loses that Overlord this early, that is going to be really big. That is not something that happens in a Terran versus Zerg game. And here come the SCVs. This is going to be a bunker rush. Steve is right. And I'm not sure, it doesn't, I believe he already got a scout. Yeah, and they're going out here. Flash with cheese here in the round of 8 OSL. Game 2 is going to try to put an end to this. Now bear in mind, Flash can do this. He has a game to lose. Flash can try something crazy like this. But here's the thing. If there's one person, one Zerg player we know that can recover from something like this and that can ward off this kind of cheese, it is Jaedong. But I think at this point, Jaedong's build is just so against what he wants to do. I mean, he can't even build a sunken at this point. There goes the bunker. Bunker's going to go down. There are plenty of Marines to fight this. And Jaedong's going to have to pull. There is the creep colony coming up, so it looks like he might be able to get a sunken out.
He has to pull drones,
there's the
though.
pull. He's pulling all drones, but 2 drones coming in here, and that sunken colony could go down. Jaedong has to cancel. Another sunken colony going up right now. Drones coming in. Bunker is up. And I'm sorry.
But Lings are out
the Lings
already
did
pretty
pop
quick.
out.
Do have quite a few Lings, but Flash gets his Lings into the bunker, but the SCVs are repairing right now, but it looks like if Jaedong is focusing the bunker, he needs to kill some of those SCVs. He's not killing the SCVs, but the bunker is still going down. The health is going up, going down. It's hard to see, but it looks like Flash is going to hold. All the SCVs go down, or all the Zerglings go down. There is a sunken still ranging that bunker, but that's not going to be enough, and already Jaedong's economy is going to be hurt dramatically from this. If Flash doesn't just kill him off outright here, which I think he will. Jaedong with 2 drones in his main base. He does have Zerglings. You can see 2 total drones entirely. His food count is at 6. He has 5 Lings, I guess, and a drone, or yeah,
Right.
six Lings and a drone.
I think that's the big hit, as you said. It's the economy right here. I mean, Jaedong really is doing all he can. Now he's going to try to sneak some Lings around. Jaedong can actually do some economical damage of his own, although I think Flash is going to be a little too prepared for this. He's going to have Marines back at the base. That hatchery is going to go down, and Jaedong is going to be stuck in one base. Meanwhile, Flash can do whatever the heck he wants right now on the map, and he has been focusing on economy this time. The Lings are going over. Wow, and Jaedong is going to lose those larvae as well. And at this point, it looks like Flash has done the damage he wants to do. He's going to block his front door there, and I don't believe... Oh, is Jaedong going to be able to sneak anything past? No, he's not. Wow, Flash just with an extremely fast 8 racks build. Definitely something he's been planning for, definitely something he's been practicing against. Wow, Jaedong meanwhile with just 2 drones. And I'm not sure how much longer Jaedong is going to stay in this game here. It's really sad for me to say this, but at this point I think Jaedong is out of the OSL.
Well, unfortunately, Jaedong probably expecting to play a longer game, and it does really suck because I'm sure he practiced hard and he looked better rested today.
Man.
But with 3 drones, there's just nothing you can do. He has 44 minerals. He can't build anything. He just built another drone probably.
He's back to square one right now.
Well, yeah, about further behind the square one. It doesn't really matter what Flash does. So this game is over, unfortunately. So yeah, Jaedong is going to be knocked out of the OSL first time in a while in the round of 8.
Right.
But definitely Flash, a very masterful player. So worthy opponent. And there is GG from Jaedong.
Wow. That really makes me sad, man. I was expecting this to be a much longer, much better game. I mean, you know, it pains me to see Jaedong lose to Cheese, and I know Jaedong's feeling frustrated right now for that too. I think you're right. He kind of expected the standard Heron versus Zerg game where everything goes at the mid-game.
Well, you know, I mean, there's a couple things he could have done. For one, he could have done a less aggressive economic build. Well, it's not really aggressive. He could have done, instead of the standard build, he could have gone for at least a 12 pull. Yeah, or just stayed in his base a little bit longer with a 9 pull or 12 pull. The other thing he could have done is send an early drone scout, which is the thing a lot of smart Zerg players do. So he was pretty much counting that Flash would do the typical build, you know, and get a command center and typical expansion. And, I mean, this is the round of 8. You've got to be more careful than that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really think Jaedong did anything wrong, but again, an early drone scout, it would have cost his economy, but he also wouldn't have died that fast because he could have put down a pull immediately. So at this level, you just got to make some sacrifices like that. And Jaedong, you know, he's surely confident in his play that even if he sent that early drone scout, I think it's not going to be make or break. But Flash is such a powerful player that you want every drone you have mining minerals that you can. So it's really just a risk, and unfortunately it did not pay off for Jaedong.
I can see both ways, and Jaedong is still in the MSL up to what we know. I think the last
he was
round
facing
played,
Fire Fist in the round of 16, so we won't spoil that.
Yeah, we won't spoil that. But he's not out, so he can still get the MSL under his belt, go for the 4th gold there. And I agree. I mean, like I said, I think coming into this as the opponent of the leading player, this is a best of 3. So the opponent can really go crazy and do whatever he wants, and somebody like Flash is so confident.
Sure, and like I said,
he
bunker
can go for it.
A
bunker rush
is a really good opening for a lot of other Terran builds. So regardless of whether that fails, it doesn't put Flash very far behind. Even if he hurts that hatchery a lot, damages it or whatever, or even takes it down. Even if he didn't kill Jaedong off totally there, he still would have probably had an advantage. I think a bunker rush is just a really strong opening in general for Terrans. So Jaedong didn't expect it, but we'll go on to the next game here. So next matchup, unfortunately, Jaedong doesn't make it, but we are going to have Calm versus Pure, so stay tuned for game 2.